Fall Guys talking about zombies. The reason I'm on Fall Guys is because it loads up fast. I'm on a PS4. Um, it's just is what it is. I don't want to put the cam on. It's what time is it? Nearly 2 in the morning. 20 to 2. But it don't mean that I ain't got something relevant and very important to say about the state of zombies 2021. And I've already just made a video, but like I'll get so I'm so infuriated by it that my language wasn't at the best at times. I'd have to say on more than a handful of occasions. So I'm remaking this now in a bit more of a cool manner. But we're going to start off how we started off before and speak about the people we've mentioned in the video. We'll start with noahj456. Um, I think he's made like 4 videos already on a world record for Mauer. Like Mauer's not even been out long, bruv. Like just make it in 2 months. Make one when somebody's got the top score. Why you got agreed content like that? Like, is it that bad? I don't understand. Like, why am I going to watch the same thing 3 times just because somebody's beating it by 20 seconds? I get there's people that do that and people that are obviously doing that. They're watching it, but come on, mate. You know, at least wait a few days. I wouldn't be surprised if it's been beaten already. No, maybe even by the guy himself who beat it the first time. But you'll probably make a video about that too. And it's a bit sad that like the videos that you've got coming out is not actually you enjoying playing the game. You've done your round 100. You're not playing the game yourself, so you're putting out videos about people who are playing the game because you want the game to be relevant, because you've got videos about the game which then makes people click on the videos more likely prior to this and interest them in the game, and you want there to be interested in the game because you need these people to click on your video for you to then have an income. But then on the context, on the flip side, and that stands the same for mrrrolfwaffles, yeah, on the flip side, you love this game. Like, not the game what is now, but you love Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2. That game is you. You are that game. That's where you started. Your memories of that can never go. Like, they will always be with you. You're where you're at now, and how you got there started off on zombies for both of you, right? But how can you be that? How can you not be true to yourself and rather fight for the game than be more worried about whether people are clicking on your videos or not and whether you're getting money in your pockets? I don't understand that. And you're just going to deny that this is true, but you're not playing the game. mrrrolfwaffles would rather play Final Fantasies now, fantasy or any other game, right? And I get sometimes they've got to play these games to provide content, but I swear, like if I check, there's not even any videos on Milo playing that. He just plays that because it's fun. I think like I don't know whether he streams it or does a live stream or a Twitch. I don't know. I ain't that invested. Let's say. Um, but what I do know is that they don't love the game like how they love the game. Like if you go back to when these other maps were coming out on these older games, your Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 days, you will see day in day out content of them playing the game, having fun, and not even playing it just because they want to make videos and tutorials, playing it because they're enjoying it. And they do not feel that way anymore. But rather than tell you that, the viewer, they would rather do what they're doing, and they're not lying to you, but they're not telling you the truth. Actually, Noah lied because he said that the game's good. But then in the same video he said the game's good, which was in his round 100. He also mentioned that he got stuck, and he says, if that was Black Ops 3, I would have died 3 times over. So then you've got to sort of ask yourself, why you, a player that's played the game, and this is why you don't play the game. Let's explain why mrrrolfwaffles and noahj456 are not playing the game. It's because they're playing a game that they've played for all of these years, and now it's like, how to say, so it's like one season you're in a Champions League final and you're playing Barcelona. The next season you're in a Champions League final and you're playing Leeds or Leicester. Like, you know what I mean? A team that's like not Barcelona. They're all right, but they're not Barcelona, man. Uh, it's got to be a bottom league team as well. Like, I don't know, Dundee United. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be something bad you're playing against, and that's what this zombies is. It's like there's no challenge. The Easter eggs, you go in. If you set out to do an Easter egg, you're gonna do it. You would probably um, have like 1,000 to 1 odds of you failing if you had to put a number on it. You know, um, if somebody wanted to take bets, you know, you'd be like 1,000 to 1. You know, I bet you a grand. I bet you a grand right now. I'm gonna finish this Easter egg. You'd be that confident because you know it's you wouldn't be like that in some of the Easter eggs. Some of the Easter eggs, you know, you make a mistake and that's you. You know, in the old games, that's you. Um, and it was a lot more complex. Like you'd have to do. It's a lot more complex. It weren't easy to figure out either. You know, like they weren't completed how they're completed now so quickly. Like it's a like day of hype. Like that's like that. That was Muir. That was Mauer de Toten, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, that was Mauer. One day of hype. I have not played it since. Um, the Easter egg come out. Uh, I went in with some geezer who I've played with before, and then some other geezer joined the game. I had it on private, but for some reason private doesn't mean private. It means people can still join anyway. So you have to set it on invite only. But I didn't know because I didn't think to do it just because I don't play the game. And some other geezer joined random. It was all going well. I thought I'll invite him to the party anyway. He seemed to be doing, you know, the Easter egg steps and things. It was easy. We've done it. But so unfulfilled. That Firebase C, I done that with a bunch of randoms 2 months after I didn't play the map. Like I literally, it was zombies. They released a new map and I didn't play it. I just didn't even turn. I didn't. I swear on my life, I didn't play it. I didn't play it. I've competed and done world records since Black Ops 2, and I didn't play it. A person you're talking to used to wait up until 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting to download the DLCs for the games. And I'm from the UK. Um, it's strange. Like it was really strange for us getting them maps back in them days. Like some back in them days, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, more Black Ops 2, I think. It was mad. Like you'd be sitting there. Even I remember watching mrrrolfwaffles streams, and he'd be sitting there trying to download it, and I was the same, doing exactly the same thing. I've actually got a video for Classified. I think was it Classified on my account when people were struggling to download that, and a lot of people I helped to figure out a way by going onto the PlayStation Store on their phone and blah blah blah. And yeah, I'm going a bit off topic here, um, but it's just not a decent game, is it? It's so easy. Then you've got COD Zombies HQ. He's bringing out videos like on a daily basis. Like he's like firing it out, firing it out. I don't know. Let's check how many views his videos are getting. I don't think it's much. Let's check even like let's search. Let's not even search that. Let's search Roller Waffles. Right. His last one, Ultimate Guide, 808k views 1 week ago. Right. Let's search Horizon Drag. Horizon Drag. Oops, the Roller Waffles. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, look, 7.1. I know that's 5 years ago, 7.1 million views, but there's no way in 5 years Mauer gonna have that amount of views. Like, it's just no way. I don't see it. I really do not see it. Like, it's just not that difficult. Um, yeah, and just posting daily videos about, all new perks are coming out. Like, no one really cares. Like, the real pros are not playing this game. You've got all these youngsters. they're like 18, 19. You know, this Kingman who's got this not Iran, fastest Easter egg. He's not that old. Like he's young. You know. Insomnia who's done this round 7. I don't even know if he's still going. To be honest with you, that's how sad the game is. He might still be going. Round 800. You know, going for round cap. Like you should not be able to do that. I don't care. I am so good at this game, right? But I don't want ever to get to a, like I don't ever want to play something where I'm then stuck there for the next 6 days, like, waking up, playing it, waking up, playing it. Like, what is that? Like, why? Like, why? Like, I understand back when I was on my own. I just moved into my new place. Um, I had loads of time on my hands. I could do maybe a day, like a weekend or something, you know, like I'd leave the computer on, boom, sweet. But like, there's just no way on hell you can do that, or like, why would you want to? And the thing is, you've got to ask yourself this: if you're one of these people that are going for these higher rounds, would it mean any less to you if you were dying at round 50, but everyone else was dying at round 30, and you were still one of the only people that could get to this 50? Would that be so much different to you? You're still one of the best. You've still proved that you're getting to a round that no one else can achieve, except from it's now only took you. Obviously, let's not say round 50. Let's say, you know, I just said a number that popped into my head. Let's even call it 150, whatever, yeah? Whatever you want to be the top round to beat. A different map is going to be a different top round, a different, you know, whatever, yeah? Don't ignore the 50. I'm having to sell this just because I don't want you to think 50 is the high round, right? Whatever it may be, but you don't want two, three, four, five, 600. You don't want that. Not really. It could even just be 50. If it could be 50, if you know, if as I say, everyone else is only getting 30, but like let's call it 80, 100, whatever you want to call it. That's still, you know, a few hours of your time. Why not that? Like I can see that much more being appealing to players if they were able to achieve something within a few hours, not have to do it for days. Because at this point, what's the point in trying? Like, am I supposed to go on mute? If I go on mute, I want to go on mute to do something challenging. If I want to do something challenging as a player who plays by himself nowadays, because PlayStation took off communities, I used to run a community for the players. I was the owner. I had so many players that were good in there, um, and it's just destroyed. And obviously, the only reason why this game is how it is because they lost so many players to games like Apex, Fortnite, you know, even Realm Royale, Among Us, this, um, Battlefield. So many people just decided, right, I'm not playing this. I'm going off and doing something else. You know, you had your Infinite Warfare, which was, let's give them credit, right? Infinity Ward had the balls to do something different with the game. I like the first few maps. I'll be honest with you. I like the first few maps. Then you went a bit weird with it. Attack of the Radioactive is where you lost me. I got to the boss fight, done it. I think I died. I'll be honest with you. I think I died. Um, I'm not claiming to be like invincible here. I'm not. I can die on round one like anyone can. Um, being an idiot. Um, and yeah, you lost me a bit there, but Raving the Redwoods, Spaceland, like, bro, that was class. Like, you know, some of them maps, they were class, and it was different, and it was fun, and like, that's never been done before. And other, if you unless you want to count Exo Zombies, which I don't, um, and it's amazing. It was amazing. Um, to me, I loved it. I won't lie to you, I loved it. As I say, they lost me, and I didn't even play any of the rest of the maps after that. But I did love it to begin with. But after that, I was with the people, you know, and everybody was saying the same thing. World War Two zombies, World War Two zombies. It started at World at War. World War Two zombies is coming. Oh, it's gonna be sick. It come out. I played the first map a lot. I won't lie. Um, played it. Had a few people I was rolling in a few circles with people that I got on with, and I was having fun, so I was playing it. Um, but then yeah, I just didn't play it no more after that. I think I got to Darkest Shore. The most thing I enjoyed about that was I used to trap people inside the room where the fire pit is, throw in a monkey at the door, get the kills, lock them in, and sit there reviving them. I've got a video on my channel of about 70 revives or something stupid like that, just watching people die. It's funny. But that's my best memory of the game. Um, then what's the next game? Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was Black Ops 4. Wow. This is what we need, guys, right? This is the chat going on now with these players that a minute ago were saying World War Two, can't wait. This is it. Don't worry about any of that. That's all in the past. Don't even think about World War Two. If you didn't like Infinity Warfare, as I say, I did. Don't worry about that either. What we will do is we will just sit here, put all of our eggs in our baskets, because we know that Black Ops 4 is going to be the Don Corleone. And it was just reused content. They tried to bring in new characters, which just didn't work. The blue screens, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just say that. A second in the world blue screen, 2 rounds away from the number one. I never tried to do it again. It's probably been beaten many times over now. I never tried to do it again. I know they fixed it, but it broke my heart. That's when that's killed me. That killed me. Black Ops 4 done so much damage like to my um, want to play the game. So much damage. Like you sit there, like what you know. I look at the leaderboard for the world record of 150 at the time, and I watch the videos, um, and I just see them running around, looping, doing this trap thing, like putting on a trap. And I look at their kills, and I'm thinking like they've got no kills. Like what's going on? Like this is not zombies. And honestly, I respect what they were doing much more than I respect this Ring of Fire crap. Yeah, but these people using this Ring of Fire, it's a joke. You're not good at the game. That's not what zombies is. You can get to around 600 at any time on Cold War. 800, it does not make you a good player in my book. You know, if you can train and do that as well as stand in that corner, even if it's just for a few rounds, even if it's just 10 rounds without dying, like once you're on them top rounds that you're on, then fair enough, I'll say, yeah, maybe you are pretty good. I don't know whether you'd be able to do that in a normal game still, but like, I definitely rate you. You're sweet, but like anyone and their mum can do what these people are doing and sit in a corner and shoot off their gun. Yeah. Um, is that really how you expect me to want to spend my time? Is like to go into a game of zombies to then kill them for the first few rounds, to then open a couple of doors to get to an area where I can sit there pretty much for the rest of the game, uh, pressing R1 and L1, shooting, then pressing R1 and L1 again, and then shooting some more, and then just like constantly repeating that with Ring of Fire. Like that is not something I would want to do. Someone's just joined up. Yeah, no one was meant to join. You throw me off there. No one was meant to join. I was meant to just do this because I've already done it once, but I cussed a lot, so I'm doing it again. Um, but yeah, it's not the same game. As I say, it, no one want, well, but these people are doing it though, aren't they? So many people. You go on, if you watch any zombies video, I challenge you now to find a player. If you go on zombies that's running around with the zombies and training to get to high rounds, they're all just standing in the corners. I challenge you to find a player that's not doing it, and that's what I mean. It's so easy to do. Anyone can do it. You can, basically teach your nan. Go over to your nan's, say to her, look, this is what it is, nan. Get jiggy with it. Stick you on this game. You're gonna. I'll open the doors and kill the first few zombies. Get your gun packed, whatever. I'm gonna stick you here. I'm just gonna pop out for half hour in it. What I need you to do is this button and this button, R1 and L1. You press that. You're gonna see some purple shit on the floor. Um, Pop off like with this button. Yeah, bang, 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 bang. If you aim here, just keep pressing this one. Anything that's jumping over this side or this side, yeah, it's just gonna hit them. You ain't got to move. Don't press these. Just press that. And then when you see the purple go away, see this thing at the bottom right end of the screen. When that goes all the way around yellow and it lights up, press them two again, and then just keep repeating the process. And you come back, your nan's still alive, man. Your nan's still alive. Uh, that's messed up, right? Don't like that. And if you think about it, I'm not even joking. Like, it's not. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not. Like, usually when someone says something like that, you think to yourself, haha, it's funny, right? But it's not funny. It's the truth. It's the Cold War truth. So, yeah, I have gone off. I know at the start of the video I said I'm going to have interesting stuff to say, but I've gone a bit off topic, haven't I? I can't even remember what I called the stream. I just trying to look just to make sure I touched on everything. But I know I haven't. Um, but a summary. We're gonna do a summary. Yeah. I will throw out a couple of things I didn't even mention in the summary, just because that's bound to be the way my mind's gonna work better. The game's made for babies. Anyone using Ring of Fire, you suck, man. Like, really, you do suck. Like, I understand if you're doing it just because everyone else is doing it, because, like, what are you gonna do, really? Like, why would you spend 16 hours to get to a round that someone else can get to in two, um, by standing in the corner like a girl? So why not just join them? The game is what it is. I can understand that. Milo and noahj456, you're lying to yourself, and you're dishonouring the game and your community. Really, if anyone's real about this, any of these real players out here know. Like, if you don't know, it's because you're not a real player or you've not been on the scene back from World at War days. Like, from the beginning of this, these players love this game, but they don't love Cold War. Not like how it was. And yeah, you need to do something about it. You need to be honest to yourselves. Um, the hype's not there how it was, um, and it's not got nothing to do with the maps. It's the difficulty this time around, I'd say. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely. I think they've gone too far with the difficulty. Kino was one of, I'd say, Kino's probably in most people's top five. Maybe top four. Um, the Rise and Drac is up there only because I think more the map's just magical, I guess, to people. The bows are sick. You know, being able to jump across from one bit of the map to the other bit. Fireboat, like, it had a lot. Um, just the cool steps for the void bow, even. it was just genuinely sick. There was so much information there. Finding out that Leroy was, you know, the knight in the pictures, like there was just so much. Um, so that's why that's there. It's not because it's a map that's hard to survive, but if you do think about it, Kino is in the top five. A lot of people's top fives, you know, and that weren't a map you could really go to something stupid. Well, I don't know. I played it when I used to play it when I weren't that good, as good as what I am. Back then, are the days where you know I thought 27 was a high round. I remember that because I paused it to show my brother, and then I accidentally left the game. So I just remember that number, 27. I was that excited. I got to 27. I'm like, look, look, look. I paused it, and I accidentally kicked leave game, and I panicked. I'd clicked leave game, and then I panicked more and pressed the wrong button and accepted. That was my eyes right at the time. It was a joke. But yeah, as I say, it's not more to do with the maps this time around. It's the difficulty. Would I like the maps if it was more difficult? Probably. Like genuinely, probably. Because you wouldn't. It's hard, right? This is why it's hard. I think for the not so much the streamers, but I think why it's hard for the community is because, well, for me, so this might be what other people problem is as well. I used to have so many people to play with, so many, and now these people that I used to play with now don't play the game no more. So although I do have people that I do play with, there's just I used to have so much fun with playing with these people. So that's a thing too. Like a lot of people end up having to play on their own or end up playing solo, and it's hard to find the right crew to get into because if you're a certain level of player, you want to play with a certain level of player to an extent. Um, I've always used to say, like I had a world record back on Town Zombies, and that was with, I mean, I think I was early 20s or nearly 20 at the time, and I was playing with my brother's mate's little brother, um, and he was young, like, but he listened, and I always used to say the best zombie players are the ones who listen. If you've got a player who listens in your game, it don't really matter their skill level, as long as they're listening. And because they're listening, that makes them better, even if they've gone down 6 times in the last 20 rounds, than a player who hasn't, who doesn't listen. But it don't really matter anymore about anything like that because you go into a public game and pretty much, should we do that? Should we go in a public game and see if it's first time Easter egg? Obviously, I'll have to end the stream to go on to Black Ops. I mean Cold War. But maybe I'll do that. So if you're interested, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock or something, isn't it? Yeah, but it's Cold War, isn't it? It's Cold War. It'll be done in 20 minutes. 40 minutes, mate. 40 minutes an hour. Should I do it? Just to prove the point. I mean, if it fails, it fails. But should we just not do nothing? We just won't do none of the steps and just see what the other players are doing. I might do that because it's so babyish. Like, it's not the game we love, people. Like, if you're watching this, yeah, and you have not been here from World at War, Black Ops 2, yeah, you started playing Black Ops 3, you just don't know, bruv. You just do not know. You just do not know what I'm talking about. And this, like, you're going to get offended and all of this because I'm telling you Ring of Fire girls and whatever. I apologise, but it's the truth, man. Like, there was a reason why, what was it? I think 80% of players' top rounds were around 30. You know, there was a reason for that because the game was difficult. I think it lost itself before Black Ops 3. Like Black Ops 3 was good. This is what Treyarch don't realise, yeah, because they don't see it because of the numbers. All they see is the numbers, yeah. They lost themselves after Black Ops 2. Now Black Ops 3 was better than Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 2 didn't have what Black Ops 3 had with the just essence of the maps, the soul of the map, um, and the like. It was more Black Ops 2 was very like almost arcadey, like just the loading scenes, even um, the visualization. Like a lot of it was dark. Um, the Denzians and all that, you know what I mean, on transit, and Diarise was very fucking cool and could have been brilliant if it was done right. It's still the bollocks, but it could have been brilliant. Um, but yeah, it lost itself after that because it got to a point where wonder weapons become much more of a bigger deal. Like before that, you had the ray gun, and in every game they would add the weapons, and that was sort of the thing. But the weapons were never really sick. The slick for fire was never sick. You know, the gun from buried that could get you up into places and whatever, and you could use it to get yourself out of some situations, but it wasn't sick. What were the other maps? Because it's been so long, I miss that game so much. Origins? Yeah, that's right. It's got to be right. The staffs, no, they were sick. I'm not going to lie about that. They were savage. Um, but it was a nice mix. Because see, we just named two maps that where it weren't. So it weren't like that. So it was a nice mix. It was nice to have that. Um, and I think that's probably why a lot of people played it more. It weren't that they preferred that type of wonder weapon that was OP. It was that the game was set difficult, and the wonder weapons were not great. They were all right, but they weren't great. Um, so because of that, people would rather the latter because there was more of the bad wonder weapons. But if anything, Diorize was the coolest map. You know, it was cool. Obviously, Origins was sick, and it is a better map, hands down. I'm not debating that. But as I say, you know, a differently ideated Diorize. Just the only thing they got right about Diorize was the buildings and the route. Let's say the route was quite sick. Could have been changed a little bit. The elevators were sick. All of that was sick. Um, just the stuff inside it, which was what made it not likeable. Maybe they needed a couple of better training areas. I think it lacked. It really did lack. Um, but yeah, and even back then, these little boys that are using the Ring of Fire now, they were the ones with the trample stains getting into the wall because they couldn't do what us players could do, you know. And it's just a bit of a shame that you've now got a game where the multiplayer is sit in a corner like a little girl, and the zombies is sit in a corner like a little girl. So it's like you're gonna see everyone walking around and they're gonna have really fat thumbs because they're just not working out the way that they were. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna know when you see a little Ring of Fire girl. They're gonna have a lot of extra weight on their thumbs. Look out for those fat thumbs. Um, I think it's probably been the last video for a while I make about the subject, other than me possibly, if I can be bothered, attempting to go in a public game and show how easy this stupid game is without even doing anything to help. Um, Maybe we'll go down a few times and make ourselves look newbie. I don't know. We don't care, do we? It's not like we've got stats, or even if there was, we care about them. I don't know. Might be fun. Well, instead of going, no, I don't really want to jeopardise. I was thinking maybe make other people go down, but I want. The point is to make it successful for them to do the EE. What's it said? No, I haven't. Not far, I don't think. So. Oh, don't ask on the costume. I just had to stick it on for some stupid trophy. I've done all the trophies on there, and there's a couple on there I just ain't done. What's the other one? The only other one I ain't got done is a moat before finishing first, just because I didn't know it existed to do that. So I'll get that done, and that's completed the trophies for this. But yeah, I'd much rather play this at the moment than play zombies. In fact, we're gonna do our challenges. I'm cotch laid back, chilling. So don't expect anything special. Treyarc, man, you guys just need to stop. Like, it needs a whole new team. I swear that Lee Ross guy, he's a Donny, because he had an idea. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not saying he'd done it all himself. Obviously not. Whoever Lee Ross and whoever was played a part in making Infinite Warfare, bruv, they needed to be making every Call of Duty title, but with different guidance and maybe different people making the maps and each time and letting them do their own spin on it. Because, bruv, if you're going to come to the plate every year and have a game, but being able to relay it and like Ghosts and Skulls, bruv, what? Having to complete that game for your perkaholic, bruv. That, what? Like, maybe it ain't got to be that. Like, Sanko's a bit better. Like, maybe it's waves of zombies. Like, bruv, just the ideas, genius. Like, maybe they didn't work, maybe they did. I don't care. Just the balls and the genius. Fuck. Like, that's what you need, man. It was so different and interesting. I just wish we could have that again. The zombie community needs that. That's how you're gonna get. That's how you're gonna get all these players back. Is by doing something different. Only way. these people running the show, mate, they're just doing it wrong. Sorry and sad that it is. If you're one of the players that likes it, then whatever, yeah. But if you're one of the real ones, like me, who knows what they know, it's just sad. As I say, I'd wake up, stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning to download their game. If this game's updates weren't how it is now, if it weren't free, I wouldn't buy it. Shit like that, if it wasn't free, I wouldn't buy it. I don't know if that counts if I start doing it. Ooh! Oh, that was savage. Knocked out my I'm not surprised. It's gonna be some team game now, isn't it? I think, because it's gonna be some crap. It won't be the final. What? What? Oh. Yeah, I know this. Should have won this last time. I played the first time. I didn't know what it was. Let's go right. Let's go left. No. Go straight. Let's go straight. Left. That's right. Get up, oh bruv. I've lost. So much orange. I'm not a fan of them RNG. Retry and see 3 times. What, so I've got to play 3 games? I only wanted to play the 2 games, so I've got to play 3 games now. Might as well. But yeah, I'm only going to stick about on here just till my controller's in the bed. Just till we'll see what time it gets to by the time I've done this. Probably not though, eh? It'll be about 3, wouldn't it? Maybe 2:45 by the time this is done. And I can't lie, the chances of me doing it another day, not really. I ain't even done the outbreak here. Don't care. Don't want to. I'd probably do it just to get it done, I reckon. But it doesn't. I don't care. That's all. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to do it. I think there's 2 of them. I don't even know. I don't even know. Fair play to Outbreak. Outbreak is a good mode, but I just can't play it because it's even easier than the base game, and the base game's ridiculous. So I just can't play it. But man, imagine that concept back in the day. With the back of the day's gameplay. With the people running at the idea. I was laying back chilled. I flopped that a couple of times now. I have to sit up. So wait, this is where I was here, quit now and go into another one. Or I could quit on the next one. True that. Okay. See, this game is normally first. It makes more sense for it to be second, actually. It's a bit more difficult than the other one, I believe. I don't know if it's shorter though, but it's only difficult if people don't know what they're doing. Having said that, I know what I'm doing. Coming down. I didn't get that, come on. Wow, you should have put... I'm gonna go out here. First time I played it, of course I was trying to get the penguins and stuff, but I didn't realise they got up to get them. It's not, yeah. They did come down as well. 1918. Exactly the same time at the end. I think that's going to be the rhino one. Oh, it's not. So we'd have had to play again anyway. Okay, we'll see what happens then. Where did I get the advantage Did he get that? Serious? Okay, like, let's not mess about with this. Keep trying to get it. Where we go? Okay.
Yeah, good, good. That was the best thing that could have happened. I was not paying attention really. That was the best thing that could have happened. That's all the challenge is done. I went out. No, it ain't. Because I didn't survive it. Guru for 8 crown pieces. I ain't that into it, you know. I'm just not that into it. Oh, fuck it. Fuck the crown pieces. I'm gone.